Hey there, you doers. Are you thinking about getting a hearing test done? And if you are, I just want to share with you something I think that's important to help you understand what you're about to see in your results and to have a conversation with your audiologist. So when you get your hearing test done, you'll get something called an audiogram. That's where the results are plotted, basically showing the different frequencies of noise or sounds and the amount of volume, the loudness required for you to hear those sounds. So it goes from about 150 hertz, which are the low frequency sounds, up to 6,000, 8,000, plus hertz, which are the higher frequency sounds. And so the louder the louder the volume needed to hear it in your graph, you'll see it go like farther down. So if you have good frequency hearing in the lower end, it'll be higher in the graph. And then if you have poor frequency, understanding the higher end of frequencies, the graph will dip down and it'll show a decline in the higher frequencies. And why is that important to know? Well, the thing to understand is in the spoken language, there's consonants and there's vowels, and so they're in the lower frequencies between like 150 to I'll call it lower to mid frequencies, 150, let's call it to 500 to 1,000. The lower to mid frequencies, you hear sounds like some consonants like the B sound and the M sound and the N sound, like m, b, m, right? Those kind of sounds. And you also hear a lot of the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, those vowel sounds. And in these lower frequencies, I think that's where a lot of the loudness comes from. But so but what really I think you may be experiencing, or many people experience, is that some of the other consonants like sh and th sounding sounds and f and the s sounds like that, those kind of sounds are generally in the higher frequency ranges. So those those 2,000 plus ranges, 6,000 ranges of hertz, and so that's called high frequency loss. And why is that important? That's important because those consonants are the sounds that help you distinguish words. So, for example, they're like if you have a word like like free or see, or maybe more like fat or sat or that, right? You may not be able to distinguish those sounds, like they call that word recognition. You may get a word recognition test, and you might start noticing that. You might just notice that in general when people are talking. I can hear you, but I can't understand you. So my understanding is that's where a lot of the problem occurs with people who have higher frequency loss, because you start having trouble to distinguish certain consonants, which are essential to distinguishing words that are closely sounding to each other. So when you look at your audiogram, and when you get your audiogram, and you show maybe better low frequencies hearing, and it drops down in the higher frequencies, meaning you need more loudness. What that may be consistent with is what you're experiencing just in your day-to-day life. In that I keep asking people, pardon, what did you say? Can you repeat yourself? And that, I believe, is driven by the fact that the high frequency loss has some of the key consonant kind of sounds that again allow you to distinguish one word from another. So good luck if you're getting your hearing test done. Please take care of your hearing. I've had hearing aids for over a decade. They're really helpful for me. And work with your audiologist to fine tune it that best fits your needs. And take care of yourself and be safe. So please support my channel. Please like and subscribe. And if there's anything you want to hear about, please leave a comment. And I'll keep try to share with my learnings and help you get things done. All right, be safe. Please like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your week.